I feel like I'm in some kind of alternate reality. A drug overdose, a heart attack, that's not the Sasha that we know. I mean, she's barely even a social drinker. And Lucas says it's not long-term drug use, that it's only been going on for a few months, but how do we not know this?
Look, I noticed she was a little on edge a while ago, but every time I asked her about it, she said it was because of launching deception. And then she got into it with a bartender at the Metro Court, and she practically got kicked out. God, she was struggling right in front of my own eyes. I should have made her talk to me. I had no idea it was getting this bad.
You couldn't know. Sasha was covering this whole time. Covering what she was doing to herself and covering that her heart was broken. Sasha's still in love with you, Michael.
That's complicated. And we were good friends. And all of us, we cared about each other. Which is why it was so devastating when that friendship ended. Now nobody knows why Sasha turned to drugs except for Sasha, but I think it's more than a broken heart. I don't know, maybe the deception launch, it was too much stress for her and she had no one else to talk to about it.
Looks like we might be here a while, so I'll go and get us some coffee.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the cafeteria is still on the first floor.
I just needed a moment to myself.
You want to talk about it? I don't mind listening.
That's really kind of you, and I appreciate it, but don't you think it would be awkward with everything that's happened?
There is no unfinished business between us, Willow. You have every right to move on with your life. All I ever wanted was for you to be happy.
I am. And despite what you did, I never wanted you to suffer the way that Sasha is suffering right now. I pray you won't.
Michael, your dad told me what happened. How are you holding up?
She OD'd. I think it's coke. And why would Sasha do this to herself? And how could she fall so far and so fast? And I think to myself, was it because I cut her out of my life?
You can't do that. You couldn't possibly know what Sasha was going through.
Mom, I've been so cold to her. And despite everything, Willow seems to think that Sasha's she's still in love with me.